Question from Paraguay. Keep your practices up and stay devoted to your practices and stay focused on your practices. That's what's important. Don't be distracted by the hoots and hollers of the world. It will constantly be attracting you and distracting you and freaking you out. Don't let it do that. Look at it. It's a sim. It's just a sim. The worst, the most they can do to you is kill you. What the hell? Here you are to tell the tale. They've done it before. So they nailed me up and they've put me on the stake and they've done all kinds of stuff. Here I am, hi, 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 Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, you can kill me, but you can't stop me. And that is, yeah, that's maybe might be a good war cry at the moment for the psychic warrior. I do recommend that you focus on the we're in the coming workshop. To answer your question, in the coming workshop, we'll be focusing on things to do right now under these conditions. And every workshop that I produce in that way is focused on the time, place, and people of the moment. Do not assume you're in the same universe you were in yesterday, because you're not. When you woke up this morning, you woke up in a different universe. At 6 a.m. Pacific time, things changed. It's going to change again in about 24 to 48 hours. I'm not sure exactly. We'll figure out what the timing is when it happens or when we get close to it. I can tell you, here comes the change now, and we'll zip through that and so on. What you'll see is the entire basis or platform change. I'm hoping to get the most radical changes possible so that this shift happens and then that shift happens. So you can see it. I'm trying to kind of put a head. What do you call it? A headliner or you drag it. Highlighter, a highlighter pen or pencil or however you call it, a highlighter. So I'm trying to put a highlighter on the fact that you're in a sim, that you're inside a box. Now, when you take Blue Line here, that's another answer for you also. Take Blue Line training. Do it now while you still are allowed to and you still have the opportunity, because soon you won't. Do all your online work now, because the online will be taken away from you very shortly. As you see, it's happening already, but even faster than most people thought. But I knew this was coming. I knew you'd lose the internet real soon. You will. You won't be able to use it. So, and then you will again, and then you won't again, and then you will again, and you won't again. So finally the internet will go away. When the internet goes away, then a lot of communication will also go away. And a lot of people who are dictatorial will like that. All right, so you have a choice. At this point, you're standing between two stools, or standing at a crossroad. In one case, Trump is stopped. In the other case, he goes for 8 full years and then is succeeded by someone even zanier. Well, if you were trying to remind people that they're living in, the bots won't hear. You could announce this to the bots. You could put it up on a big placard. You could put it, like I said, you could have a Magellanic cloud actually look like Jesus Christ. Like a photograph out in space, miles and many, 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 many light years away, 1,400 light years away. Really, that's a picture. All you would do is convince the Christians that they're right, and you would, of course, convince the physicists that they are right. And then they would tear each other to shreds. Because that's how human beings are built. Another thing you could do is sharpen up your skills in Team Fortress. Get to Team Fortress 2 and sharpen up your gaming skills there. You're going to join one of two teams, the red team or the blue team. Hey, there's a thought. And that you'll find is the case. Red and blue is always going to be, if you want to get a chess set that's red and blue, that's a smart idea too. So you catch that. Red and blue is everything. It really is. Viruses and bacteria are two giant armies that spread through the entire universe, not just the galaxy, but through the universe. They're pan-galactic. Transgalactic. They go everywhere. And slime molds also do the same. There's always an equal and opposite. You have black and white and red and blue, but you also have good and bad, light and dark, heaven and hell, Romeo and Juliet. Not forget those two. So, you always have this. It's a union of opposites. See, the thing is that the opposites aren't just opposite and they go away. They're opposites, but they're unionized. See, they're in conflict, and constant conflict keeps them in union. Dig it? So, in a sense, the United States of America was never closer than when they were at war during their Civil War, during the war between the states. That's when they were closest, because they were actually in conflict with each other, and therefore they were interacting with each other in a very massive way. And that's what the Great Mother Slime Mold hopes for humanity, that they will interact in massive ways so that there'll be much fewer humans after that mix. When you get human beings, the population of humanity, down to about 100,000 worldwide, I think that would be very nice. I'd like you to read The Transmogrification of Wamba's Revenge by H.L. Gold. The Transmogrification of Wamba's Revenge. You probably will not be able to get hold of it, so you'll have to get hold of a reissue where he and I worked on those things. I'm not sure whether that's in. I'm not sure which one of our offerings it's in. It might not be in any of our paperbacks. I don't know. I think it is. I mean, but I just don't. I'm not sure. I have a paperback, a science fiction paperback. I can never remember the name of it. It's a terrible name, whatever it was. What? No, I wrote one. Can't remember. Retrovisions is one, and then there's another one. Dark Side. So it's either Dark Side Dreamwalker, Retrovisions, or How to Write Great Science Fiction. It's in one of those things, maybe. Is the Transmogrification of Wamba's Revenge. I think it actually is in the novel that we did. So that would be. Oh, of course it is. I mean, that goes without saying. It's in the galaxy, but I think you will not find that unless you find it online, and it's. October 1967, Galaxy Magazine. Yeah, you should be able to find it in there. But if you can't, I know we reprinted it somewhere. It's just that I can never remember where those things got reprinted. We don't keep track, and you guys don't keep track, so there's no way I can tell you. Nobody keeps track. There's so much out there. There's so much information. There's so many graphics. There's a zillion photographs posted every single day. So if you are a good photographer, even a great photographer, you have no voice. there's a zillion people producing records. So if you're a good record producer or a good artist, you have no voice. Everybody is a voice. Everybody does. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's pushing it out there. If you're a writer, well, everybody out there is writing. They're all